First opened in 2001. We're at Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ought to be a good one here between the Cleveland Indians and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's Brewers baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Chase Anderson, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Chase Anderson, man, a pretty good pitcher. Really good control. He has a 3-pitch mix of fastball, curveball, and the straight changeup. His changeup has gotten
high and deep to straightaway right. Santana ranging back at the track, the wall, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
You talk about starting a game off quick. We couldn't even get the lineup cards in yet, and this guy's already going deep.
Second baseman.
Striding in for the Indians, Jason Kipnis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And they start him with one high and away for ball one. A ball and a strike.
Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to live up there, spinning it up top of the zone, he's going to get hurt.
And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Kipnis gets his lead at first, nobody out. And that misses 1-1. This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Left side. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I think he'll see what his replay guys think first. Looking at it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he was out or not. Tough call.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
So here's one last look at that replay from another angle. There has to be indisputable evidence in order to change the call. And boy, I'll tell you what, I just don't see it there. I'd be pretty surprised if this challenge works out for them in this case.
And the review process appears to be coming to an end, so here comes the decision. And he is indeed out at first as originally called. So they lose the challenge and the ability to use any further challenges for the rest of the game. Here's Michael Brantley. Fouled away. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Popped him up. After it is Yelich. But this will land untouched. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. Neck-high fastball that time.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, one man worth focusing on is Edwin Encarnacion. Edwin, as they call him. He's got over 1,000 RBIs. He's already proved he's a clutch hitter.
At the plate, Orlando Garcia. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Brewers, the shortstop, Orlando.
First delivery to him on the way. No balls and a strike to count. Swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes to start his afternoon. And before the 0-2 pitch, he'll step out of the box here to regroup. Struck him out. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Chisenhall is after it. A leaping effort, and he brings it in. 2 away now after a great effort.
Left fielder, Christian.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air down the right field line. Chisenhall coasts under it. Oh, what happened there? It falls in. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
It looked like he had a great jump on the ball. It's going to bring it in, no problem. But something happened as he approached the foul line, and it went right by him. It wasn't a routine play, but he'll tell you he should have had it.
The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Digging in, Domingo Santana trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Comes set and the 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. Throw won't get him. Now batting, Travis Shaw, and Milwaukee with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1. Lifetime against Corey Kluber. He's 4 for 11. He's taken him deep once. 0-2 to Travis Shaw. Shaw, an Ohio native. He was a 9th-round pick back in 2011.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. 2 hits lead to a run here for Milwaukee. In now for Cleveland, Roberto Perez. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Into the corner and slicing foul. On the ground up the middle. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And let's take a look at Travis Shaw. The calling card's the bat. Left-handed power, the ability to manipulate both gaps, but also a very adequate, very underrated defender on both corners, both first and third.
Grounded back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Safe. Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a bunt attempt here. Braun is there. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely.
Up next for Cleveland,
So here's Francisco Lindor now. He's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. Now a swing here on the fastball as this is squirted up the first baseline. And that's a fair ball as it's through into right field. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. And it's a 4-1 game.
He was not messing around in that at-bat, looking for a first-pitch fastball all the way, and that's exactly what he got. Nice job to rip it down the line and drive in a run at the same time. He'll feel good about that one.
Jason Kipnis stands in as he looks at a called strike. And this one is wide for ball one. And now the runner breaks for the plate. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed.
Well, that ball right there was...
From Little Havana, just west of downtown Miami, we've got baseball from Marlins Park. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Miami Marlins. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Jose Arena, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ball game. And the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead. Into the box now, Corey Dickerson. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play, and hopefully the pitcher's okay. Here's David Freese to stand in, head-to-head with Jose Urena. He's 1 for 4, and that's cut on and missed. 0-1. This pitch is popped up. Moore has to shade his eyes from the sun, but he stays with it for out number 2. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Danny, any thoughts?
I'm definitely excited to watch Josh Bell in this one. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Waiting on it is Brinson. And that's the 3rd out. 1 in the... Now at the plate, Cameron Maben. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harrison ranging into shallow right, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. And the Marlins have something cooking. It's a leadoff double.
That's the perfect answer after you've given up the lead in the previous inning. Put the tying run on second and get the momentum going back in your favor. Now we'll see if they can cash in.
First delivery to him on the way. In the air to right center. Polanco moves over. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for 3rd. The tag, and they got him at 3rd. It's a double play. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I really like what Justin Bour does for this team. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. Pop high in the air. Mercer is calling for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 4 pitches, all it takes to do in the Marlins. It remains 1-0. Here's Gregory Polanco, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the 2nd inning.
Gregory Polanco.
First pitch on its way. Way in front of that fastball. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. At the plate, Francisco Cervelli. He'll work on keeping this top of the 2nd alive. Grounded up the first baseline. Bour has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. On now to the bottom of the 2nd. Bucks out in. So here's the cleanup hitter, Justin Bour. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Justin Bour.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he fouls this one off. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Bell brings it in, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And let's take a look at the guy behind the dish, and that's Francisco Cervelli, one of the best ball framers in all our sport, a guy who's going to make his pitcher work for everything today.
And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Ready now for the Marlins, Scott Van Slyke, trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Popped him up. And Mercer will make the play for the final out. Miami down in order. They're down 1-0. Back at Marlins Park for the 3rd inning as we get a nice aerial view of Miami Beach's Art Deco district. Here's Jordy Mercer now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.